All right, hey VC, I'm Jamie. Welcome back. We are back with another video and back with another unboxing. Well, almost kind of two unboxings, if you will. It's a new box set celebrating the Waterboys. I want to thank Mark for alerting me to this in the comments. Mark watches the channel, and I'm a huge Waterboys fan. Absolutely thrilled to find out about this box set 1985. So, and this has got a nice weight to it. I don't know, you obviously can't really tell just from the video presentation, but boy, it's got a big book and CDs. So this box set is called 1985, as you can see, and the hype sticker 1985, how the Waterboys made This Is the Sea and saw the whole of the moon. Very timely, of course, picking this up, unfortunately, with the passing of Carl Wallinger from the band, who I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, was featured on these two albums, This Is the Sea and Whole of the Moon. He can be heard at the end of the song Whole of the Moon, singing that last bit at the end there. Carl Wallinger left the band and then formed World Party and just passed away recently. So quite timely picking up this box set that's been fairly, I think this is a new release, or at least a new reissue. And this on the Chrysalis label. So we got the hype sticker there, and it goes on to say a 6 CD box set with 95 tracks, 63 previously unreleased, including demos, alternate versions, outtakes, live recordings, and TV radio sessions, plus a remastered version of This Is the Sea album. Okay, of course, featuring Mike Scott, and then that nice little write-up on the back here as well. How the Waterboys made This Is the Sea and saw the whole of the moon. A first-hand account of the creation of the Waterboys' landmark album, This Is the Sea, with deep recording details, background, cultural context, photographs, songwriting pages, lyrics, and previously unseen writings. The book, text by Waterboys singer and songwriter Mike Scott, with additional sections by Anthony Thistlewaite and Max Eady. The music, 95 tracks over 6 CDs, including 63 previously unreleased recordings covering early demos, alternate versions, outtakes, live recordings, and TV radio sessions covering the recording process of the album, and a remastered version of This Is the Sea album. Okay, so without further ado, let's open it up and take a look inside. And so they've released this as a big deluxe set. Happy to hear that much like the Magnificent Seven that they had released previous to this one, they are releasing a smaller, slimmed-down version as a clamshell box. Much like this, the Magnificent Seven. I had picked this up initially, so this is the clamshell version of the big box set that they had released previously. So nice to see that they are releasing a couple of different versions of it to make it affordable. Okay, let's take the shrink right off. Let's take that shrink right off. So you can really get a good look at the box set. Of course, I got to try to save the hype sticker as best I can. Not doing a very good job. Okay, so the shrink comes right off. Nice gloss on the cover there. And they just slip out like that. Okay. I'll just put that over here. And then we've got the massive hardcover book. Take a look at that. And then the CDs and whatnot to fit in here. And they have a nice little insert as well. So let's take a look at this sort of insert. So this is the Waterboys, just the listings of all the tracks on each of the CD. So CD1, Towers, Open Fire, from September 83 to February 85. We've got CD2, The Black Book, February to March 85. CD3, A Sky Full of Crows, March 85. CD4 is The Ladder, from March and May 1985. CD5, Mountaintop, from May to November 1985. And CD6, This Is the Sea original album. So they get full credits there, and then they have it also summarized on the back as well. Okay, let's put that over there. Okay, so here we have the CDs. Oh, and very nice, interesting. It's got a nice little insert to protect the CDs. You don't often see that. That's quite a nice little detail there. Okay. And that opens up like that. That's a nice little detail there to have that. And as you can see, they're housed quite simply like that. And they look like, for the most part, they should be fairly fairly easy to get out. So I've actually pulled out CD2 there by mistake. My apologies on that. And the CD1. So yeah, we have Towers, Open Fire, that's CD1. CD2, I just showed you. And then we've got CD3, Sky Full of Crows. And then we've got CD4. And then CD5's over here, Mountaintop. I almost should have left the CDs out to give you an indication of the background here, but I can sort of give you a bit of an indication here. And then finally CD6, this is the C. So that gives you sort of an indication of the background there. Quite nice, very nice looking. Like that. And that's a nice, almost it's almost like a hardcover case for the CDs, which you don't often see. That is quite nice. Okay, and now this, you'll forgive me on this one. This is a massive book. I don't know, gosh, if we'll, I try my best to get through these books, but, well, there you go. But this one being so big, it might be not the easiest one to get through. Of course, you got Mike Scott right there, front and center. And so we've got massive amount of text. Let's see the easiest way I can do this. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. And hopefully you can still see this okay. So yeah, very sad to hear the passing of Carl Wallinger from both the Waterboys, and then went on to a World Party. Unfortunately for World Party, I hadn't realized that they had put out quite so many albums, be it vinyl or CD. Is a band I'm definitely going to have to seek out. I don't have very much World Party in my collection. It was one of those bands I really did enjoy initially when they came out. Had a really nice sound, but it's a band now with Carl's passing that I'm definitely going to have to seek out. Of course, the Waterboys with Mike Scott, I absolutely love. Certainly this period of the Waterboys, certainly with This Is the Sea and The Hole of the Moon. And then getting into their Celtic deep dive after that with the Fisherman's Blues and Room to Roam. But these box sets have been great excursions. As I mentioned, I did pick up the clamshell version of the Magnificent Seven, which is interesting. It came out before this one. And there's the... still enjoy watching this video. This video is easily found on YouTube, but... still, and there's Carl right there. But yeah. And certainly with box sets, it's all about these deep dives. There's a glare there, if you can still hear me. But unbelievable. Okay. And is the book divided up into the different sections? Well, we got Waterboys Timeline, 1984 to 1985. I was just wondering if they had divided it up almost kind of like the CDs, but perhaps not. And again, my apologies for sometimes the amateurish, awkward showing for these box sets. I don't really have the multi-camera angles and the overhead camera. But what an amazing band. Absolutely amazing band. But yeah, very happy to see this box set out. And Mike Scott still continuing with the Waterboys still out there. And is this all lyrics? Yeah, I think we've got all lyrics going on here. So maybe I'll see if there's any other. Yeah, so we have pages and pages and just nicely presented lyrics. Very, especially with a book like this, nice, easy to read, clear. Yeah, so maybe I'll just skip ahead. Let's we got another, some other writings, 1983 to 1985. I don't know if this is like additional stuff. Yeah, I guess so. Very cool. But yeah, maybe I'll just skip ahead to any more pictures. It's all about the pictures. The universe is full of tricks. An interview. There's Carl once again there. Nicely presented book. It is interesting with YouTube. I wish I could have maybe some Waterboys playing in the background, but knowing my luck, I can get a copyright strike and be all a big issue. So this is looking like some original, looks like originally written lyrics and whatnot. Box tapes and studio notes. Again, you get sort of just an indication. Always like when they have the old reel tape boxes. That's always kind of fun. That sort of thing. More handwritten or typed. Then we've got the different production notes, you know, lead guitar, violin, that sort of thing. And then after, I guess the afterword. And that is a great album too. Really love this album. The what is this called again? An Appointment with Mr. Yates. Yes, Appointment with Mr. Yates. Great album. And the Waterboys today. Oh, interesting. Whoops. Okay, as I say, yeah, Mike Scott's still doing her. Oh, that's interesting that they would do that and not. Posters and the gear. Yes, never had the chance to see the Waterboys or Mike Scott. Maybe someday. Although I could be wrong. They often, if they come to Canada, they often just play Toronto or Ottawa and Montreal. Never really too close to my area, but it's always the downside. Okay, and I think that's just about it. And lots of photo credits. Okay, there you have it. Okay. Sorry, that went a little long. But boy, that's going to be lots of great music to enjoy with this. Fantastic. Yeah, so I don't think there's not any DVD or Blu-ray with this particular one, as I recall. But as I mentioned, the Magnificent Seven is available as a clamshell. They will be putting out this 1985 box set as a clamshell as well, so sort of a reduced thing. I mentioned, shown this, and then I did wind up picking up, just because I picked up the 1985. I wasn't sure if I was going to pick this one up, but the book is even more extensive in this, as I recall. The Magnificent Seven, The Waterboys, Fisherman's Blues, and Room to Roam, 1989 to 1990. No hype sticker or anything on this one. This has a 240-page color book containing an incredible collection of photographs, a 50,000-word narrative by Mike Scott telling the story of the Waterboys, great seven-piece band, track notes and memories by the band members, maps, lyrics, manuscript, studio labels, boxes and track sheets, concert tickets, sleeve mock-ups, and contact sheets and other archival material. And the Magnificent Seven, the 5-CD, 1-DVD box set, 4 incredible jam-packed CDs of 80-plus unreleased live recordings, studio tracks, intimate songwriting demos, and rip-roaring informational sessions. Room to Roam album remastered, DVD containing audience films of 2 separate 1989 concerts, Glastonbury and Milan, home movies and footage from Spindle House during the making of Room to Roam. That is great footage. I absolutely love that. It's kind of a very sort of a little Waterboys reunion featuring the 3 of the members. It is absolutely terrific. Most of it is available on YouTube, but really, and shot in black and white, very cool. Plus film shot on Waterboys visits to Spindle in 2020 and 2012. Now, I'll open it up just to get a look at the general. I won't go through the book because I've done a video on the clamshell, which is probably, like, the booklet's not going to be as extensive as this one. But you can check out an earlier video of that. Okay, so let's just open this up. And this one came out a few years back. This one came out, well, in 2021. And so we have, again, the CDs. Also the same idea as the insert. Whoops, spotlighting the songs. Take a quick look at that. Like that. And then Celtic Summer, The Ambles of Autumn, Winter Work, Atlantic Spring. CD5 is Room to Roam, the album, and then the DVD, A Band for All Season Home Movies. But this is, again, just an absolutely outstanding box set. Okay, we'll take a look at the CDs, like here. Oh, and again, the insert. Kind of like that. Had I Known. And very funky. I think you can just kind of see all the CDs pretty much presented there, including the DVD. Interesting they didn't put the DVD in a separate little... Often with these box sets, they like to have the CD in kind of a separate kind of sleeve, I think, to protect it a little bit more than the putting it in and out of these kind of things. But I think you get a general indication there. Again, just tons of great stuff. And it's an absolutely outstanding box set. And then we got the unbelievable hardcover book, and then just a very quick look through. And again, as mentioned, these are the post Carl Wallinger days from the band. We've gone on to World Party. But as you can see, lots of stuff. This, as I mentioned earlier, was Wilder, starting with Fisherman's Blues and then into Room to Roam. They're a real deep dive into traditional music, Celtic music. Okay, as I say, most of this is available on the small booklet, not everything, because obviously the hardcover is a little bit more extensive. There you go. I remember when Room to Roam came out with this album cover, it almost took a double take. It was here like, is this a Waterboys album? Because the other ones have those kind of moody shots of either Mike Scott or whatever. And then when they released such a blast of color with the tilt-whirls at the carnival or the fair here, it's just like, is this a Waterboys record? But sure enough, oh, absolutely it is. So that is going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for dropping by, and we'll chat again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.